Well, this is kind of just a little chat thing again. I try not to put too many of these out because, it gets boring. You just hear somebody talk about their life and all. But I watch Jonathan W. every pretty much every day when he puts a movie out or show out. And he does this old, a lot of stuff with old cars. And it really reminds me of my younger days. I'm about 30 years older than he is, but man, we was younger, like, well, even before teenagers or even before that, me and my brother always messed with them old cars all the time. And we'd get, mostly my brother would find them. At one point we went over and some guy, he found out that had, I don't know, 6 or 7 old cars and he only wanted $50 for the whole bunch. So me and my brother only had an old, it was a 58 or a 60 flatbed Ford truck. It did have a dump bed on it, but anyway, we rigged up a little boom thing on the back so we could pull cars with it. Made a little hitch thing to the back so, so the car didn't run in the back of your truck and all that. So we drove every one of them things home and put them out there. There was actually an old Plymouth pickup. That was the first time I'd ever seen a Plymouth pickup back in them days. It looked just like a Dodge. I think it was a 41 or something like that. Might have been a 47. But anyway, we didn't try to start those because some of them didn't even have a motor in them. But they were good for some parts. One guy from St. Louis lived not too far away, and he found out that a brother had them down at his place, and that was a regular find for him, because he messed with them old cars and knew other guys that did too, and so maybe a door here or windshield off or something if it wasn't broken. Various parts they got rid of. But anyway, a lot of the time we would pick up cars. One story is kind of a little odd. We had a Kaiser Fraser guy give us way back in the woods back in there. It'd been a long time. We had to drive over a fence that wasn't any good and bouncing around. We actually had to cut a tree. I took a chainsaw and cut a tree out from under before we could get it out of there. At that time, my first wife, she was with us, and she was about, she was way pregnant, about time to hatch. And we come up bouncing through there, head bouncing off the top of the ceiling of that old truck and everything. Wouldn't you know, that next day she had the baby, so I guess that shook it out of her. I don't know what happened anyway. That was one. And then we picked up another car, an old, I don't know, it was a 60 Dodge. He'd been sitting in town there for a long time. The guy wanted it out of there. He just wanted it out. He didn't want nothing for it. Kind of like with Jonathan. We went over there and we put us a can of gas up to it, cut the regular line off, stuck a hose on it, pulled around a little bit, cleaned the points and everything. That thing's fired up. We had a 100-pound propane tank that we filled with air, and that was our extra air tank for these old cars, and we needed to pump up the tires. It took a long time to pump it up with the old compressor we had, but that thing, you could refill several tires up to the point where you could pull them. It didn't have to be plumb tight, but we got that thing. We was over there, and the tires, of course, was down on it. And a lot of times you get lucky and they'll hold air. At least for a while. You wouldn't want to take a long trip on them, but in order to get them home, we done it like we was able to get that Dodge home all right. Just I think we hung a gas can out on the, I can't remember where we put it at. It was just a can with a hose in it, and we made it, gravity feed. We didn't want to mess with that tank, but like Jonathan said, a lot of times them tanks was basically beyond repair. At least you got to take them off and really clean them good if you're going to be able to use them. So we didn't mess with that. Just use it outside. And then that's kind of a hillbilly fix. And well, one time I needed to borrow a dump truck, and a friend of mine had one. He said, "Well, that fuel pump don't work. So what you got to do is take this 5-gallon can and hang it on the outside mirror there." And they said, "Now don't run out because you have to walk. So stop in the store to fill up your can." I know it had to look funny because ain't that many trucks running around with a 5-gallon gas can hanging on their mirror out there. And that's how we use it. I'm sure they all the way 14 miles one way, 14 miles back. So it worked. So that was you can fix things up a hobble by if you have to, And like Jonathan said on this last one, I was watching him work on that Studebaker. And he said a lot of the guys, young folks now, have never seen a carburetor. Well, they may have seen them, but they have no idea how they work. Because everything's been fuel injection since when, I don't know, 70s, 80s, 70s or 80s, something like that. Anything before that, it was, but a long time before that, they had carburetors on them. And you gotta sometimes they get clogged up, especially with today's fuel they do. If they sit very long, well, you're asking for trouble, and that works the same on small engines. But, and we used to, like I said this before in several other old, some of my videos, we made some old ride around things and stuff. Of course, they were all carburetors. Sometimes the old carburetors all dumped up, and you had to clean them out the best you could. Once in a while, you'd find one that had water in the float bowl there, and it froze up and squashed your float lighter than a pancake. So, but anyway, I guess I've been rambling on enough here, and that's just some of the experiences. If you haven't ever watched Jonathan W., look him up, because if you're into this old kind of stuff like that, he's got a channel where he pulls, well, his channel is where he's got tow business, tow truck business. And so if you're into this kind of thing, old stuff, well, he's the one to watch. He's working on a little Nash right now. That's right down my alley. That old stuff like that, you could work on it, and you didn't have to. Well, first of all, you could get to it because there wasn't all that small junk on it and everything. And secondly, they were basically simple, pretty much the way an engine ought to be. And of course, they all set in their right way, not sideways. Like sideways motors, just to me, is absolutely, completely ridiculous. That's one thing I like about my Subarus. They do set in there regular, like a normal car. But they got their problems too. But anyway, I'm going to keep getting off the subject here. So this is going to be good enough. It's just a little, try to keep this pretty short because nobody wants to watch it long. At least I get bored watching. Not so much get bored watching a long video. There's the fact that I have so many people I'm subscribed to. In order to try to catch everybody's video, I ain't got time to watch a 30-minute video of one person. If you get what I mean. I'm not being hateful. I like to spend time with everybody that I'm subscribed to, and sometimes I don't comment, but I'll give them a thumbs up on every one of them. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, subscribing, thumbs up, and if you feel like you want to, that's it. Bye.